now with me, Henry Gui for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. A new office building for TVS is slated for completion by 2027. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim says official will be sent to the US to negotiate the 24% reciprocal tariffs imposed on Malaysia. On global affairs, China says it will fight to the end against the new threat of a 50% tariff from the US President Donald Trump. The new TVS office building is slated for completion by 2027. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Johari Tunopeng said the project is vital to ensuring seamless coverage of the 2027 SEA Games, as Sarawak is set to co-host the prestigious event.
Dan kita harap bangunan baru akan siap pada 2027. Kerana kita akan menjadi sebagian daripada tuan rumah SEA Games 2027. Dan TVS tentu akan menjadi penyiaran yang melaporkan event yang ada di Sarawak. Dan sebab itu kita harap bangunan itu siap dengan studionya, dengan kelengkapan yang boleh memberi siaran langsung kepada participating countries in SEA Games. Mana bukan Malaysia saja, Indonesia, Singapura dan negara-negara dalam blok ASEAN.
In his speech during the Ramah Tamah Aidil Fitri TVS 2025 event held at the Borneo Convention Centre, Kuching, Abang Johari also said that TVS's expansion to northern Sarawak and Peninsula Malaysia has placed Sarawak alongside other major national broadcasters. This initiative, he said, reflects TVS's commitment to reporting on current developments not only in Sarawak but across the entire country.
Saya difahamkan, not that bad. The reception from West Malaysia on your TVS. Jadi dari sudut beritanya yang menggambarkan bukan saja berita Sarawak, kita juga mendedahkan ataupun melaporkan berita-berita yang ada di semenanjung. Meaning TVS is nationwide coverage. Dan juga hari ini streaming TVS, walaupun kita melawat di luar negara, kita keep in touch with Sarawak through streaming YouTube on TVS. Apa yang berlaku kepada kita, kami tahu, walaupun jauh dari Sarawak.
5 years since its establishment, TVS now operates 3 offices, including 2 branch offices in Miri, Sarawak, and Kuala Lumpur, along with its headquarters in Kuching. The new office building will be located next to the second Baitul Makmur building in Petrajaya, Kuching.
The Old Sarawak Stage Legislative Assembly building is being transformed into a world-class performing arts centre, a major investment by the state government to discover and nurture local artistic talent. Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Johari Tunopeng said it will serve as an avenue for talented Sarawakian youth to showcase their creativity to the masses.
Kita akan mula membangunkan bangunan TVS SNG berdekatan dengan Baitul Makmur. Dan sudah tentu ia berdekatan dengan projek Datuk Karim, iaitu Performing Art, Dewan Negeri kita yang lama. Makna bahawa studio kita juga dalam bangunan SNG TVS, dan jika kita juga boleh mempunyai konsert di pusat performing art yang baru. Dan makna dia, infrastruktur penyiaran dan juga persembahan performing art, kita insya-Allah akan mempunyai tempat yang lebih canggih, kerana ia adalah berdasar kepada peringkat dunia yang kita nak bangunkan di bangunan Dewan Undangan Negeri yang lama.
He said that the center is a worthwhile investment as it can unite a multiracial community, differing in religious beliefs but living as one big family nonetheless. The center will also shine a spotlight on Sorokian culture, not only nationally but also to the world. Abang Johari said this effort will also be bolstered through improved air connectivity between Sarawak and other destinations via the state's own airline, Air Borneo.
Dan dengan adanya syarikat ini, dengan kemudahan penyiaran, ia boleh berganding bahu antara dua dan bolehlah kaki tangan kita buat penyidikan untuk pergi ke luar negara dan membuat laporan as part of our knowledge enrichment. We have to enrich our knowledge, we have to compare with other countries. Otherwise, kalau kita compare dengan Sarawak, kita ada champion kampung. Tapi kalau kita dedahkan, kita ada melihat kemajuan orang lain, ini menjadi benchmark kita dan standard kita sudah tentu meningkat.
The investment into the Arts Center is expected to generate substantial economic returns for the arts industry and create spillover effects for the tourism sector.
A fire that destroyed 17 houses at a squatter settlement in Jalan Tanjung Kidurong, Sungai Plan on Monday underscores the urgent need for planning the relocation of at-risk communities. Samalaju Assembly Member Dato' Majang Ranji stressed the importance of taking the relocation of the fire victims seriously, noting that the affected area is a densely populated settlement, vulnerable to recurring fires.
Nya kira diserah ke kita yang agai upis ke berkawal nya Jabatan Kebajikan atau ke pejabat daerah kini TVS bantu-bantu bukai dah.
Majang noted that initial assistance had already been provided to the fire victims by the Social Welfare Department and the Methodist Church since Monday. Additionally, companies like Petronas have contributed food and other necessities. Yesterday, the fire tragically claimed the life of a 77-year-old woman, Nui Ipang. The cause of the fire is still under investigation.
Orang tua kat kampung, setahun sekali tunggu semua balik beraya. Tak sabar rasanya hati. Moga-moga raya ni taklah sepi lagi.
Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim has announced that officials from Putrajaya will be sent to Washington to initiate discussions with the United States regarding the 24% reciprocal tariffs imposed on Malaysia. He noted that while there may be limited opportunity to revisit the underlying intent, there is still room for adjustments in how the policy is implemented. Anwar emphasized that although Malaysia will adapt to these changes, as it typically does, the country remains steadfast in its commitment to being a reliable trade partner of the US.
Winds may shift, but we do not drift. Our trade diversification strategy is already gathering space. Our cohesiveness within ASEAN believe that the intra-trade of ASEAN investments and joint collaboration must be further enhanced.
In his speech at the 2025 ASEAN Investment Conference, Anwar said that Malaysia, as the ASEAN chair for 2025, will focus on strengthening all key platforms, including ASEAN Plus 3 APT and the Johor-Singapore Special Economic Zone to boost regional economic resilience.
While this will not be a silver bullet, it is nevertheless a significant and an unprecedented step. By lowering barriers and coordinating policy between these two closely linked economies, we create a demonstration effect, a case study in cross-border economic logic. Malaysia is also committed to invest in developing our border areas, just as in the northern peninsula with Thailand and Sabah and Sarawak border with Kalimantan to promote economic activities for the benefit of people in both sides of the border, covering Indonesia, Brunei, and the Philippines.
The Mara Junior Science College MRSM Disciplinary Committee in Penang has recommended the expulsion of 7 students involved in a recent bullying incident. Mara Chairman Dr. Ashraf Wajdi Dusuki said his office will not entertain any appeals from the families of the perpetrators involved.
In a Facebook post, Ashraf said he strongly opposes giving the bullies a second chance. Since his appointment as Mara chairman, he has consistently upheld the principle of you touch, you go, a zero-tolerance policy on bullying across all Mara institutions, including MRSM. Meanwhile, Seberang Perai Selatan SPS District Police Chief Superintendent J. Generis Siowu said police are finalizing the investigation papers before referring the case to the Deputy Public Prosecutor. He said the case is being investigated under Section 323 of the Penal Code for voluntarily causing hurt. Earlier, police confirmed that the incident took place at an MRSM in the SPS district in the middle of last year. On Monday, April 7th, a 1-minute 31-second video clip went viral on Facebook, showing a group of teenage boys bullying and pinning another boy down on a bed.
China today has vowed to fight to the end against the new threat of a 50% tariff from the US President Donald Trump, escalating a trade dispute that has already wiped trillions off global markets. Trump's aggressive tariff strategy has already shaken the global economy, raising fears of a potential recession. And despite a significant downturn in markets, the president has made it clear that he will not back down from his aggressive trade policies. In retaliation, China, which is both a major economic competitor and a key trading partner of the US, announced that it would impose a 34% tariff on American goods effective Thursday. This move intensifies the ongoing conflict between the two largest economies in the world. Trump responded by warning of even more severe tariffs, which could push the total tariff burden on Chinese products to 104% should Beijing continue to resist his trade measures. While expressing respect for China, Trump emphasized that the US would not tolerate China's actions. He made it clear that this would be a decisive moment in the trade dispute. In turn, China strongly condemned what it called the US's blackmailing tactics and stated it would never accept such high tariffs. A Chinese Commerce Ministry spokesperson warned that if the US continued its aggressive actions, China would respond forcefully to protect its interests. However, Beijing also reiterated its preference for dialogue, acknowledging that no side benefits from a trade war. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. Those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Handy. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.